All right, folks, so you hear there a little bit of nervous team chatter from a team that's not used to being up on the main stage. We're in a good one here, Bucket. It's 2-0 so far, Team Classic over Instinct. Next up, we got King of the Hill on Construct. What can we expect out of these two teams?
Well, I had both of these teams rank their top 11 game types. Now, this match is going to be really interesting because we have Team Classic placing this next game as number 7 out of 11. Meanwhile, on Instinct side, they've placed Team King on Construct as their 4th best game type.
Wow, all right.
So the previous 2 game types were in Team Classic's favor according to these rankings, and if we go by these rankings here, this should be Team Instinct's chance to come back in the match.
Well, here we go, kicking it off with Ant.
Ant spawned in bottom of close ramp here on the blue team. Takes down Victory, but he gets trading kills. So Macchio kicking off this game with a double, going for the triple on Legend.
That was ridiculous. Bottom orange.
Legend has no shield. And check out the spawn there. Macchio spotting 2 players down in the basement. Smart play here to back down, catching Ant from above with 2-4 shots. Now, right now, he's got a player in the hill, and he is just forcing the rest of the opponents back right now.
Great play by team captain Macchio there. Puts a shot in his teammates just for good measure there. But so this opening setup, we see Macchio up top, teammate in the hill. Is this a classic setup for Instant here? No pun intended.
Well, of course, but we have Macchio here just starting off phenomenally. Like, he sprung this opening game. He had 2 kills to get the double. Lunchbox was taken down, but another teammate picked up the 3rd kill, and then they were immediately able to pick up 22 seconds of hill time.
I'm going for him. I want it. O2. You gotta get up top.
Coming up laser, I bet. Watch laser.
All right, we're checking out Soldier 187 now from Team Classic as he is getting hill time for his team. Meanwhile, we got Ant, Fear, and Legend Pimps all on the top half of the map. Soldier's got to look out for Victor X, who is dropping down after him, and Soldier is taken down. But we're going to hop over to Ant, who is trying to push the players from Instinct out of the hill. Now, one thing to know here that not many people know much about Team Classic. I have their papers here in front of me, and they're telling me that these guys have been teaming for 3 years online, on and off over the course of that 3 years, but these guys have a lot of history together. They're very comfortable. They know each other, what they want to do. They know where to set up as a team, and they have great communication, as we touched on earlier.
Well, obviously, any team that has success online, playing together and winning in online tournaments, has got to be able to communicate because you don't have that advantage of being in the same room. But to be together for 3 years on and off, to have a solid unit like that, even though they weren't coming to events and playing, in MLG tournaments, that's phenomenal because that just means that you see that there's something there that could work out eventually. And it's great to hear the story of them winning that online ladder, getting here on Old Spice's nickel, and being in this winner bracket final.
Absolutely. And now one thing to note also as well is that these guys came from matchmaking system in Halo 2. They didn't really, at least 3 of the 4 didn't really know about MLG coming into it. They just rose to the top of the leaderboards playing Halo every day, getting recognition, and then at the top of those leaderboards as well were MLG players. That's how these guys got involved, and now they're going to see what they can do in Halo 3. We're hopping on board with Legend Pimps, the only member alive for Team Classic, and he is taken down. So Instinct with a nice team shot. They got the setup here, and they're leading by 3 seconds. But more importantly, they're set up to get a big 20-second, 30-second chunk with this top hill, Sundance.
As you said, it seems like Classic's going to have to pull something out, especially their Antho. Looks like he's going on a bit of a tear. Now, these guys, as you said, they didn't rank this near the top of their list. So when you start to see that score get a little bit higher for the other team, when you start to find yourself down, do you panic? What do they need to do in order to stay in command of their game?
I think they just need to focus on what they did the first 2 games, which their team shot was phenomenal. It was perfect. It was spot on. The communication was on. And as long as they continue to work together, they're just going to continue to overwhelm Instinct.
Well, as you say that, they tie the score. So they take an opportunity for Instinct to get a big chunk of time, and they barrel their way through it, even though Victory X is sitting with rockets down low.
Well, what he was doing there, Sundance, was he was waiting for his teammates to respawn with him before he made a push. Now, Instinct made a decision there. Victory X decided to go for the power weapons, forfeit the hill, forfeit his position, top purple, and hopefully that in the attempt that it'll pay off with these rockets. And so far it has, except the rest of his team didn't do what he was hoping, which was maintain control of the top. So now the hill has moved bottom middle. These rockets are so important from above. As you see, he is just able to rain down fire on Legend, Soldier, and Fear. So while his teammates are getting the hill time, Victory X positions himself perfectly to just rain down fire.
What the fuck? One basement. Another one. They're going up. I need 12. They're going up top. Oh, Tim. I'm gonna watch river. Tim,
Victory going up against Legend, and Legend wins the BR battle.
Your last guy. Push.
All right, now Fear is the only member alive right now for Classic. He's sitting in the hill too. And here comes Lunchbox. Soldier spawns just in time to help him out. So now Team Classic with a 20-second lead here, Sundance.
This is impressive. And Fear right there doing the right thing. A lot of times you'll see players pull out of the hill, but until somebody shot at him, he just waited. He hid behind that corner there, got some time for his team. And like you said, right now they're looking at a 36-second lead.
Now, do you think this is an unfamiliar territory for Instinct? I know they really haven't practiced against a team like Team Classic.
Oh, I don't know. You know, I know that they've been playing with Final Boss a lot, and I think they maybe saw that as the biggest hurdle they would have to jump. I'll tell you what, Team Classic right now is playing like they have no fear. Again, pardon the pun because we're watching Fear right here, but they don't seem to care who they play against.
That's right, and of course, Team Classic before this tournament trained with Final Boss. They went for the boot camp, and they seem to be very confident coming into this. Even though Final Boss they won about 70 games to Team Classic's 50, but they were hanging with Final Boss, and I think that also boosted their confidence going into this match, going into this tournament as well. And here we have Soldier 187 on your screen, picked up a kill on Victory X, getting him out of the hill. You see him balancing those long-range grenades. Now moving in on Macchio. Macchio with a clutch BR takes him down. So Macchio, the team captain from Instinct, trying to rally the troops. Helps Victory with the kill on Legend. Now putting shots on Fear. Unable to get the headshot. A great job by Fear to put his head down and strong side of the way to safety. Now Macchio is he's on fire right now, Sundance. Check out his BR. He is not missing shots.
Absolutely, Puck. And as you said, the team captain here trying to get his teammates fired up through his play and through his communication. You know Macchio, he gets worked up, he gets excited, he gets into the game, but they're going to need a lot out of him. And not just him, but the other three guys on that team. They're going to have a chance here because this game's quickly getting away from them.
All right, well, we're hopping back on board with Victory X, one of the original members of the agency. He is warping up behind Ant, who has the rockets, and now going up against Soldier. Soldier, great job to take him down. But Victory's play cleared the way for Roy and Macchio to push in. Now Macchio forcing Legend to back down. His teammates need to get in the hill, though. You see them sitting next to the hill, but not getting hill time, Sundance. Every time you do that, you're forfeiting 2-3 seconds at a time, and that stuff adds up.
Absolutely, but as you said, they're down 50 seconds now, and Classic just keeps getting time. Every time Classic is anywhere near the hill, it seems like somebody's in the hill for them, getting those precious seconds. And again, Instinct maybe caught a little off guard by Team Classic here. They've been playing with Final Ball so much this weekend to get ready, landing in this Red Bull suite. But right now, it looks like Team Classic is the one bringing the A game.